giving you a blanket of how you can have a safe trip when you request your trip via this particular online apps. And so they'll give you a good ride, a good recommendation, and you'll have an easy time. Hello guys, and welcome to Etalanyi Rebranded, a channel that will give you lifestyle topics that are going to help you generally in your life. So guys, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not liked, please like and share the channel so that we can grow together. So today I'm doing my very first video about lifestyle. I'm going to base on the travel industry. Most of you guys use this particular online taxis, so I just want to help you guys so that you can have an easy time with these particular drivers when you use online taxis. In most cases, we have had problems like people complaining, oh, driver Bolt ni wabaya, oh, driver Uber amenifanyia hivi, oh, driver, all those taxis, online taxis. I'm going to give you tips on how you can survive with this particular industry very well. So to start with, first thing is, when you request a ride, when you make a request, it goes to the immediate driver who is around. And immediate driver being around, it depends with the destination, or it depends with the locality and the availability of drivers. The immediate driver can be 2 kilometers away, can be 400 meters away, can be even 3 kilometers away. So it is upon you to decide and upon the driver to decide whether to accept the trip or not. So given that you have made a request and the driver has accepted, it is 1.2 kilometers away. What can you do? The first mistake we normally make as clients is to rush asking the driver, where are you? Uko wapi? Unakuja ama ukuji? So what we are supposed to do, if you look on your app after requesting, you will see exactly where the driver is and whether he or she is moving or not. So when the driver starts to move, you can monitor how he is moving, and the directions will be provided on your client app. Just check on the client app and you'll see how the driver is moving. You can easily correct that particular driver and to tell him the direction to use if your direction is not clear. The first thing I expect the driver to do, the driver will call you or may call you and then ask you, where are you? So asking you where are you, the driver just wants to confirm if your map is intact, if your map is correct, because at some point the GPRS normally messes some rides and can tell the driver to follow a different route. Maybe that road is closed. So when a driver asks you, where are you, don't feel offended. Don't just tell the driver, fuata map. So umeona penye niko, fuata map. No. That is the starting point. We'll have a rough time with that particular driver. Just tell the driver, if your map is correct, just tell him, please follow the map is correct. Or just tell him, I'm here and the map is clear, just follow the map. And the driver will come clearly to where you are without any problem. So avoid these things of fuata map. Unajua penye niko, so uko na map. So those things are the ones that will bring issues, because we as drivers, we know very well that at some point the map may not be correct or can take us through a road that is closed. So please just monitor the driver as he comes and then direct that particular driver. Two, the second thing, when you get to the vehicle, don't just get in and bang the door and keep quiet. Some have courtesy. Greet the driver. Hey, niaje, poa, unaendeleaje? And then bring any discussion from there. Or, how are you? I'm heading to this particular direction. Let's go. Na mnaanza, and then you will go very well without any problem with that particular driver. Not the issue of getting in and then you bang the door. The moment you bang my door, I'll have an impression like you are despising or you are looking down upon me. So I'll say, I might even tell you to alight, because after all, it is my vehicle. So when you get in, just please close the door in a right manner and then greet me, or I'll greet you. Whoever comes first, the better. And then we continue with the ride. So we'll have some easy time to create that rapport for the discussion all through the road, the journey. And so when we are through, where we are going with the journey, we are continuing with the journey, please avoid some topics that may make a driver look like is not learned, or is somebody who has not gone to school. Because some of you, we can get clients, there are 4 guys, there are 3 guys, and then when they are talking amongst themselves, they speak in English, but they want to talk to you, wanaanza Kiswahili, kwanza ile Kiswahili broken Kiswahili. So you'll find like at that particular point, the driver might feel like this is discrimination. Not all drivers in this industry are school dropouts as many people perceive. We have degree holders here, we have graduates here, we have people, different professions that have been maybe laid off from their duties or from their previous work, so they're here to make a living. And so just respect them and speak to them politely in a manner that will help you to create that rapport throughout your journey. So as you go throughout the journey, at some point, the directions may not be clear to where you are going. And if you are sure you have placed a location that is not where you are lighting, notify the driver earlier that nimeweka point A but nitasonga mbele kidogo, si kupata exact location ama kwa pin penye ninaenda. So it's like 1 kilometer ahead or 400 meters ahead from where the pin is, so that when we get to that particular location, nikikwambia ni hapa, you have already told me tutaenda mbele kidogo. So it will give the driver an easier time to understand you. But when you get there and then you start telling the driver tusonge kidogo, tusonge kidogo. You know, when these apps are calculating the payment for this particular trip, they don't go the extra kilometer unless there are some of them who normally go, but most that Kenyans use, they don't go that particular extra distance that the driver is covering. So it's upon you to ask the driver politely to just add you that particular distance so that you can get to your point safely. And then it will come a time for the payment. Maybe there was traffic, maybe you followed a longer route, maybe there was some hitches on the road, and then the price is already high. There are several things that can make the price to be higher than what you expected. You can request a ride and then the app shows you are supposed to pay 500. But getting to the destination, you find the driver telling you are supposed to pay 900 shillings, and even show you on your phone, on the app, that it is 900 shillings. When these are things that are caused by so many circumstances. One, it may be you used a longer route. And so when you use a longer route, some apps will add the price to the previous one. Two, maybe traffic jam. We have stayed in traffic jam for long, like 30-40 minutes. A place that we are supposed to use 10 minutes, we have used 1.5 hours. It's obvious, it's common sense. The price will be up. Three, maybe at the time you are requesting, there was a surge. And this surge, unfortunately, only drivers are the ones who are able to see the surge, but the clients were not able to see the surge. Some apps will show you as a client, they'll just tell you price rising. So that's a surge. They'll just tell you price rising. But on the driver's side, it will show the driver that this client, if you complete this trip, he will pay the amount shown there, that is 500, times either 2 or times 1.8 or times 3 or even times 5, depending on the surge. And the surge is caused by so many things. One, it's mainly caused by the availability of drivers and the demand for the drivers that particular area. We are 10 clients here, we are requesting, and there's only one driver. It's obvious it's already a surge, and so you will pay more at the end of that particular trip. So when you get that the trip is more, just comply and pay what the app has shown you. Don't just tell the client that you have messed with the system, you are overcharging. It is not the problem of the driver. Just pay the driver his money and then complain to the app. If you feel like you have been robbed, complain to the app, tell the app, I was supposed to pay 500, but the app is showing me to pay 900 shillings. Why? They will explain it to you. But when you refuse to pay, that's where fights erupts in. Because as for the driver, he or she will make sure that you pay so that he doesn't go a loss for that particular trip. He has to pay the commission, he has to pay fuel, he has to maintain the vehicle. So that calculation is normally made in that particular money. So you have to pay it so that he can be able to cater for these two things. Another cause of conflict between drivers and clients are the number of people that you are supposed to carry. Like for my car, it is for a 5-seater. So I'll expect 3 passengers behind, 1 passenger here, and then with me, the driver, we are a total of 5 people. So once you get into the car, funga mkanda, make sure for your safety, make sure you belt up for you to be safe, and then you start your journey. So the problem normally arises whereby maybe the driver's car, it is a 3-passenger car, or a 4-passenger, or a 5-passenger. And then 3 passengers, meaning that he's supposed to carry the 3 passengers, driver included, there are 4 people, and then you come 5 people. That is already an overload. So the driver may refuse to you to board. But some clients will just force it that they must use the car because they may be cutting on expenses, or they are faster, they are traveling as a group. So you must make sure while requesting, you request the correct car. If you are 5 people, then go for a car that can carry 5 clients. If you are 10 people, go for a bigger car, maybe a van or a Noah or something. If you are 2 people, then you can go for this particular small cars. But don't go for a small car and then you are more people and then you expect them to use that particular vehicle at once. That will be an overload. And if a driver recedes to take that particular trip or says that not all of you can board, just understand, because 1, for safety purposes, it is not recommended. Even the laws is against that overload. 2, if you meet a cop, then that driver will be in for it. You will not be asked. The driver is the one who will be in problem. So just understand and be the right number for the right car. So if you are 10 people, but just take a car or a vehicle that can take all of you 10 at once. Don't bother the driver by being more than the required number of clients. So another problem is about the luggage. If you have a luggage, just communicate with the driver the moment he accepts the trip, and then you tell that particular driver, I have a luggage that I'll need you to fare with me. So it will be easier for that particular driver to understand at the moment he comes that this luggage will be I have a luggage to pick that I'll have to fare with this particular client. The reason for saying this is because you might find a driver with an Alto car, and then you are having a sack of maize, a 45 kg sack of maize you want to transport. You will find that the vehicle may not have that space to be able to place those particular luggages that you have. So the better part to do is just communicate with the driver that I have a luggage and this is the type of luggage I have, so that when he comes, he is aware he's coming to pick a client who has a luggage and the luggage is of this quantity, and he will be able to gauge if it will fit in that particular vehicle. Because at some point you are living in Donholm and you are going to the airport, you have like 3 suitcases, and then there are the bigger ones, and you have like 3 clients. So we have to notify that particular driver. We are 3 of us and we have 3 bigger suitcases that will have to fare with us. So the driver will see if they will be able to fit in the car with you without bringing any other inconveniences, to make it easier for you to have a safe trip. So guys, for today's video, I was just giving you a blanket of how you can have a safe trip when you request your trip via this particular online apps. And so they'll give you a good ride, a good recommendation, and you'll have an easy time. So in the next video, guys, I'll do it practically to show you how to request and how to monitor your driver as your request is on, so that he can be able to locate you with ease to avoid the incidences of fuata hii map, uko na map fuata, and the rest. So guys, please subscribe, share, and comment on this video as we wait for the next episode coming soon. Thank you, guys.